Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Mean Girls, the remake of the film and adaptation of the Broadway show that was also written by Tina Fey, who wrote the original Mean Girls, and 20 years later we have this fresh musical take on this film. And this film, clocking in around an hour and 50 minutes, certainly adds in the musical elements to this beloved story. And this is from directors Samantha Jane and Arturo Perez Jr. And there's certain things that I did really appreciate about this film, and there's other ones where I'm just like, was this necessary? I feel like there's a lot of like small details, small changes, little things that with 20 years of hindsight, I feel like Tina Fey was able to like, this probably should work out better this way. I do feel like a lot of the plot is truncated and rushed because it's not trying to be super long compared to the original, but you have to plug in all of these musical numbers that the film has. I think there's definitely some more emotional impact in this. There's very specific scenes that I think resonate a little bit deeper with particular emotion and direction that this film goes in versus the original. I think that there's a few real big standouts, like Angry Rice, who plays Cady, our main character, who was in The Nice Guys and in the Spider-Man Tom Holland films. I think she does a great job as Cady. She's really believable in this role, and I think really fits this. And she's very empathetic, and especially when like Cady's going through like her redemption, I really felt for her and connected with her. I think a lot of her musical numbers were not the most interesting, which like you're not going to give the most interesting ones to your main character, but whatever. I think Cady is a fine adaptation here. I think Renee Rapp, who plays Regina George, is fantastic, and those Regina George numbers are great, especially the one in the credits that has Megan Thee Stallion in it. But I think Rapp does a great job of bringing this character to life. I think Rapp's interpretation really works in this film. Auli'i who plays Janice, aka the actress who played Moana, she steals the show. Anytime she has a musical number, it really works. Really sells it. Her voice is so great. Now, there's definitely moments throughout this film that feel like that musical number felt forced. The transition into musical number felt forced. I don't know how much this really works. Like, if this is like standing alone on its musical elements, I don't know. It has some really good songs, but a lot of them are just, standard serviceable type songs. I do think Jaquel Spivey, who plays Damien, really steals the show too. This performer really captures this character and does something new and unique. Avantika and B.B. Wood, who play Karen and Gretchen, I think they do a really good job here. I actually liked Christopher Briney's Aaron Samuel a lot more than the original Aaron Samuel. Like, I really bought into this dynamic, and they give Cady a single mother this time around with Jenna Fisher, of The Office, and Busy Phillips plays Mrs. George, who looks like she could be Renee Rapp's mom, which really, really worked here. And of course you have Tina Fey and Tim Meadows back. I wouldn't have wanted them to be recast. I think it was great that they just kept them, and you have like John Hamm as Coach Carr, which is really funny for the bits of the film that he's in. But I think the cast does a really good job. I think the musical elements don't always feel necessary and feel like they fit in great. I do feel like the film kind of rushes through some narrative beats a little too quickly. But in general, it's still Mean Girls. There's still some really good songs that pop up. And in the end, I thought I had a fun time and it was a worthwhile experience. But those are my thoughts on Mean Girls. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.